Hi, I'm here today with the 3 best ways to pick up tennis balls or paddle balls, because we're here on a paddle court today. And I'm particularly interested in this one, which looks like a big bingo turner, bingo spinner. But let's see how that works. Now, if you have just a couple of these balls lying around, I think the go-to one is the old ball tube, right? You're just practicing with your body and you want to pick up a couple of balls because you want to practice like a particular shot, like volleys, that sort of thing. And then having a tube like this, I think it's perfect. It works for tennis balls and paddle balls because they're quite the same size, not 100%, but they're quite the same size. And I really like the head brand for my gear. You have these in different brands, of course, but I really do like head. It's nice and orange, which is the favorite color of my son. So I think this is a nice addition as well. And this holds just a couple of balls, but you don't have to get down and pick up every individual one by hand now. Then you have just a couple of balls, and now it's easy to stow away. Now this one, you can see it has a couple of rubber bands here at the top, so they don't roll away. And then you can easily take that off if you want to start playing again. And you can just put these right in your basket, for example, if you have a basket, or put them on the ground and start your practicing again, start your volleys again. So I think this is like the go-to one. If you don't have that many balls, you're just playing one-on-one and you want to quickly pick them up and then stow them away. So very nice one, the head ball tube. Then imagine you have a lot of balls lying around. So let's simulate that, shall we? Imagine you have a lot of balls lying around. Oh, we have a little basket here, and we want to put them back in the basket. So then we have the newer ball tumbler. So this is a little bit larger than the ball tube. Well, perhaps not really larger, but more of a completely different shape here. This is something you can easily pick up and carry. And this, I have to say, it just looks a little weird, so this better be good at picking up balls. But you can insert the handle, and this is a telescopic handle, so you can easily stow this away and make it a little longer if you need. And you can quite easily unscrew that if you really want to cut down on the size and make that small enough to carry. It could almost perhaps fit in your tennis bag. Yeah, I think that could fit inside your tennis bag if you don't have any other equipment in there. Just insert this in the back and then screw on the little nut there. Okay, and now we have a telescopic handle. So let's see how easy this is. Pick up a bunch of balls, so it's quite long, the extender. So I don't have to, I'm quite a tall guy and I don't have to like bend down or anything. It rolls quite nice. Let's see if we can pick up a ball. Oh yeah, that goes right in. Two at the same time. Yes, it does that. Like a bunch of them, pretty much. It's just so weird though. Picking up all these balls. You can just feel a little bump when you go over a ball. And it really gets it in there. So, nice couple of balls are 100% possible with this newer thing. Okay, so I think that's about the max that can fit in there. But look how many balls you can have with one of these. And then just empty that out here. That's also quite easy to do. Just open up these metal poles because they're quite bendy. And then you have your balls right in there. I do feel a bit weird like carrying this to the tennis club though, because I've never seen someone use something like this at a tennis club ever. Perhaps you have, but it does work pretty well, I have to say. It looks really dumb, but it works. And it's quite sturdy. You have a nice soft handle here, a sturdy pole, which is metal. And then these bendy things, they're really stuck in place there quite well. So it's bouncy. So very nice. I do like this if you have a lot of balls. Then we have my absolute favorite way of collecting balls, which is this basket itself. And it's made by Wilson. So quite a nice brand, Wilson, in the sporting goods. Let's empty this one so you can see how that works. It's a little bit fidgety. I have to give it that, but you can like click these up, and this one as well. And then you have a little basket that you can hold, and then you can go click on the balls, tap on the balls to add them to the basket. So you have a basket that can stand, and like a ball gathering device at one time. So you have to bend down just a little bit, at least I have to, because of my length. So it's a little less convenient than like the head ball tube. But then again, just getting these and having them in the basket already, I think that's really, really nice. So you have to only carry one thing, I think. And it takes a lot longer than gathering everything with the newer ball tumbler. But other than that, it is a very nice way of collecting these balls. And you probably need a basket anyway, right? If you're like practicing, you have perhaps a student and you want to serve them some balls so they can volley, then you grab something from your basket, right? You can just put this up quite easily. Just prop this up here with the little legs, and you immediately have something to serve them a ball from. Or if you like me, and I like to practice my serves when I'm alone, you can just put this next to you, grab a ball, and start serving. Okay, so how would I rate these? This newer thing is the best though. You just roll it over some balls and you can immediately start picking them up. And I think it's the best if you have like a lot of balls. I don't know if I can see myself taking this to the tennis court. Well, I have it with me right now, but I'm making a video here because it looks so dumb. But I think this is the best way to pick up large amounts of balls. I think the head tube, that's the go-to thing, the ball tube. And I think that's a really good option if you don't have that many balls, just playing together and practicing some balls. I think that's a really nice thing. And it's a good one for coaches when they have a dedicated ball basket and I just want like two of these, one for you and one for your student, to really quickly pick up balls and then put them in the basket again. I think this would be a lot better if you have a lot of balls. But again, as a coach, I don't see someone buying this because of how it looks. It just is amazing though. And it could be a conversation starter. And then the Wilson, it's a little bit fidgety to get it back together. So I don't see coaches really using something like this. I think they would have like a dedicated basket that they have at the club or something that they like take something lighter that they take with them. I think for if you like practicing by yourself or together, if you're not really a coach and you don't do this every day for work, I think just having this and then picking up those balls, I think it's a really good one. So you can easily start practicing your serves, that sort of thing. Start practicing like volleys together when you just pick up the ball and then hit that to your training partner. I think that's a really nice one. But for coaches, I think it's a little bit too fidgety to really have this be like your main thing. I think a sturdier basket and then something like the head tube or the newer one, I think would be a better choice here. So these are my three options. I think a little bit of different use cases, they could be the best choice for you.